Okay, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be tapping out one of the bolts for the transmission. One side was already kind of stripped out when I bought the bike. For some reason the second side stripped out when I tightened it down last time. So they're real thin thread bolts. I think they're 24 or 20 or something like that. I'm going to be tapping it out to 3/16 by, what did I say this was? If I can find the tap here. 3/16 by 16 is what I'm going to be tapping it out to. I already tapped the other side out before and put a Helicoil in it, so we're going to be tapping that out today and finally getting this transmission mounted in and hopefully fitting up the inner primary. I had a problem fitting up the inner primary before. It didn't seem to want to fit right, so we're going to try that again as soon as we get this tapped up. Some of the videos coming up might be a little bit sparse on the shovel because I have so much work to do outside, and I don't know that I can make a video on the shovel and do the work outside before the temperature starts to get like 85 degrees with 90% humidity. I did go look at another bike the other day for next winter's project, which is about 7 months away, November I figure. So I'm going to be making some major changes in the garage. In here I've got to move some stuff up to the second floor. I'm already starting to clean out the second floor. Things like the 12-ton shop press, the parts washer, and that table that you see over there by the flag, that's all going upstairs. I'm going to build another bench upstairs. We're going to put the drill press up there and some other stuff because I need that corner over there. I'll show you in a minute to put the Sportster because I'm going to have another bike in here. I think next week's video or maybe midweek video, I'm going to start doing some reviews on a Wednesday. I've got a bunch of stuff to show you, not parts, but tools that I've gotten, some other accessories for the garage. Nothing that you have to have, but I figured I'd do some reviews for you if you're interested in getting some of this stuff, and I'll list the part numbers along with it. Next week's video, I'm going to show you the bike that I went to look at. You'll have to find out in that video whether I bought it or not. If I buy a bike, it's going to be out in my trailer. I'm not going to be able to have it in here for now because again, we're 6 months away from doing the next kind of restore on this bike. I went to look at it Sunday. Spent quite a long time looking at it, and then we'll go over it in next week's video. So let's get moving, and we'll get this thing tapped and get the transmission mounted. Okay, so I've already actually drilled this out to I don't remember what the drill size is, but it comes with a kit, 3/16 by 16. So we've got the tap here. This is some cutting oil that I'm going to put in here, and I'll blow that out with a compressor. So we'll kind of maybe fill this up if it's going to go in there. I'm going to put some on this. It just helps the threads so the threads don't wear out that much. And then we can, hopefully I'll get this straight. I can't use the normal thing that I want because the swing arm's in the way. It's not right. Okay, I like using something that'll go straight down. A wrench is not going to go straight down. So we're going to try this. Okay, so we got this tapped out. Let me pull this out a little bit. All right, so now we've got this insert, and you got to put it in this. That little tang that's there has to go in here. And then this just screws in. You want to get it just below the surface. That's good right there. So then we take this, let me get a little hammer here. Because you want to break that tang off. So we take this and we just, and that breaks it off. So I think I can probably get it out with a magnet. Once we take this thing that magnetizes stuff, let's see if we can get that out. You just kind of rub it around here and it will magnetize. Maybe it's not going to get it. I don't think I got the other one out either. The bolt's not going all the way down to the bottom anyway. It's only going to go as far as the threads. Yeah, it's not coming out, but so let's see, that's the bolt for the other side. So let me go get a 3/16 bolt and we'll try it out. So this is the bolt for this side, but it's the same threads, so that's that bolt. Let me get another bolt that fits that. Yeah, I probably should have brought that one down a little bit more. Move these wires out of the way. So these two I want to mount first because I know these are good. These mount from the bottom. I mean, see how thin these threads are? They're really thin. I don't know why they did such thin threads. All right, so these bolts are torqued down all the way. They're not like these bolts here, which I'll have to loosen. Okay, so I got the transmission mounted. I still need to get a replacement bolt down there. For some reason, this bolt looks like terrible. So I just got to get another one. I did tap that one out. That one's everything. The transmission is tight. Of course, it's moving because I have to move it to adjust this, but this thing seems to fit perfect. This is just a test fit. I don't have anything torqued down or anything. I just want to make sure everything moves freely the way it should and everything lined up right, because before I had a little bit of a gap here, and I think that bolt for this mid shift, which I filled with a high strength epoxy, was hitting the case and preventing it from getting a seal. I don't have the gasket in there. Here's the gasket. Oops, I don't want to tear this. Right here. I just wanted to do a quick test fit and it should seal up nice. I'm going to put some Ultra Black gasket maker on this just to kind of seal that up. I still have to put the shifter in here. I'm going to put the shifter in there because it goes, if you can see that, it goes in there. It's kind of a pain in the ass with this on, so that's going to go in next. And then I'm going to put the chain in before we do any of this. Again, I just wanted to kind of mock this up. I still got to polish the top of this as much as I can. And so it's looking pretty good. So we're getting close. If we come over here, I think I've got the oil lines correct. I think this one, which is the return that over here comes in over there, I think this one goes to a T, so I don't think this one needs to be quite as long. This is the feed, so this is going to have to go to one of these two. I got to look at the diagram to route the wire, the hoses. I mean, but I think the hoses are routed correctly here. Where's that other one? Is it this one? Yeah, this is the air hose. I think the air hose goes right there. So that looks like that's going to be okay. It's actually a vent. It's not an air hose, I guess, vent. So we're getting close. I think that's probably might do it for this video. So we're going to wrap this video up. I just wanted to do a quick video to get the transmission mounted. So we got that mounted. I did the mock-up of the inner primary. It fits perfectly just like I wanted it to. Now, one thing, I am going to be taking all 3 bikes out this week. It's supposed to be almost 75 out, I think, Saturday or Sunday. I don't remember what it was. And I couldn't figure out why I had a small oil leak at the base of the springer on the front cylinder. And then I remember that I never really retorqued those down. It's supposed to go through a couple heat cycles and then do the final torque after you put the cylinders and heads in. And I didn't do that before I did it. So I'm going to take the springer out, let it go through a couple heat cycles, and I'm going to come in and retorque the heads and the cylinders. Well, I can't retorque the heads because the rocker's on it, but the rocker covers and the base cylinders, and hopefully that'll fix that problem. So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.